50,
50
guys. Alright, I managed to get it on the cherry picker. And this thing is not as easy as you guys look at it, man. It's a little bit difficult, especially when you don't have much room to work with. But I'm not complaining because I got this far, guys. And the reason why you see I'm going so slow and so gently is because I don't want to damage my transmission or my torque converter. You know, that's why I'm going gently. I don't care if it take me 3 days, 2 days, 1 hour to put this transmission back together. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to do it the right way. But now that I got it on the cherry picker, the cherry picker give me a leverage that I can maneuver it in whatever direction I want to maneuver it. A little bit too high. I'd rather go high and then come down low. I shouldn't have put on the catalytic converter that I put on the back. I shouldn't have put it on yet. I should have put the transmission back on, and then because this right now is hindering me from back here where this back wheel is. I remember when I was taking it out, I had to take the catalytic converter off before I dismantled the transmission because the right leg was giving me problem. It was the right leg for the cherry picker was being stuck on the catalytic converter. And that's one of the problem I'm having now, and I didn't remember from that last time that's what I should have done, because if I hadn't put it on, then I could lift this whole thing up and I could push it all the way down and put it on it. So now it's hindering me from doing that because it's hard. So and the legs on the cherry picker, they're very long, guys. So long. They're like I don't know, maybe 4 feet long, guys. That's how long the cherry picker legs are. Really? What's going on with my cherry picker, guys? Oh, there we go. Just now it was leaking hydraulic like crazy. Yeah, just know you gotta pay attention to everything, guys, because I was wondering why my cherry picker wasn't working one of the screws came loose and it was leaking transmission fluid, leaking hydraulic fluid like crazy. I just want to get this up on here, and the legs of this thing is so broad, guys. That's the problem. And it's so broad that I should have put a piece of board across here so this could sit on it. The transmission could sit on it, and like I said, I could push this right down right now and get it on, but it's gonna be difficult because the catalytic converter on the back is preventing the cherry picker from going forward, so I can't bring this any closer, and I can't bring the engine up because of that. But I'm gonna have to make it work. I'm gonna get as close as I can to it. I know it's gonna be tight, but I'm gonna see if I can bring it as close as possible. Okay, so that leg is stuck. That's the closest it'll go. I messed up, guys. I messed up. Oh man, I messed up. I messed up big time. There you go. But why are you not going out? Oh, this leg right here. I don't want to go back that way. That's why. Yeah, and it's all because of that catalytic converter, man. Oh. Oh, because of that catalytic converter, guys. Because of that catalytic converter, it's hindering it from going forward. Yep. It's not gonna go forward. So if I can bring it down a little bit, take some of the pressure off it. That will help a little bit. If I didn't have the catalytic converter on the back, guys, this thing would have been gone in a long time ago. So I have two options. I can either go back and take it off and put this on and save me half the time, or I can continue to battle with this and hope that I get it in. But either way, that catalytic converter is what hindering this thing from even trying to get close. And like I said, I got the transmission jack, but the transmission jack don't do that much good in a situation like this. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can use the now see what's going on here, because it's not lined up. I gotta take this back out so I can properly line this up, because you gotta pay attention to the inside as well, guys, because the shaft, the transmission shaft inside, if you don't get it inside, the torque converter, then you're gonna be having a lot of problem. So I have to get it in, and while you're putting it in, you gotta check it to make sure it's going in, because if it's not going in and it's only going to the side, then you're gonna be starting your vehicle and your vehicle ain't gonna be moving. Not gonna be moving, guys. Yeah, I think I can't remember where I put that screw. I think I better move the cherry picker. Cherry picker is what was causing this thing, but I was trying to use it as a leverage. And I don't know, maybe my engine is up too high now. Turn it a little bit more. This way. I'll get a bit of leverage out of it. Because I'm more concerned about the shaft being lining up in here than anything else, and that's my main problem and my main concern, guys, because now I have it lined up properly. I just needed to get it up, and I don't want to drop this engine down. I'd rather lift the transmission up, but then like I said, I don't have much leverage. Guys, because of the way it is. And these things, you can't do them in a hurry. You gotta take your time and get it right, else you're gonna have a lot of problem at the end of the day, my friends. Believe me. And I got it exactly where I want it, guys. Once I push this in, all the screws and everything is just gonna line up. It's just, I just don't want it to shift left or right. I just want to just put it in the shaft and just get it right up. But like I said, I gotta have patience because I don't want to break nothing on this thing. You know, I don't want to break nothing whatsoever on this transmission. So I'm taking my time. Come on, baby. Ah, come on. Really? I know you come down too far. Huh? See, the problem is it's going in, but it's not going where I want it to go, guys, because the shaft is not going into the torque converter, and that's what I'm patiently doing it. It's not going in. And if the shaft is not going into the torque converter, then you gotta have to have patience in order to get it in. Turn this a little bit more that way. Going in perfectly fine before. Now I put the cherry picker on it, it don't want to go. I was doing it manually, I had it in. Now that I put the cherry picker on it, it doesn't want to go, guys. Came right back out the shaft again. And like I said, if it doesn't make it inside the shaft, the vehicle will start, but it won't move because there will be nothing to power the transmission. So I have to get it in that groove, and it's not passing here. That's my problem. Why it's not passing here is why what I'm concerned about. It should be passing. So let me bring this out a little bit more and see if that will help bring it in. Because like I said, I could do it a couple of ways, because the transaxle is what really causing me to not put it in the transmission. Because if I didn't have the transaxle on it, guys, I could just put the transmission itself on and then take the transaxle and then put the transaxle back on. But that's a very difficult task right there, because like I said, the transaxle it doesn't come off that easy, guys. It's not it's not something that's easily come off. No matter what road you take, it doesn't come off that easy. So I don't know, maybe I have the engine too high now, so I'm gonna drop the engine a little bit. down, turn it that way. Like I said, I was doing it manually without the cherry picker, and it was working fine until I got the cherry picker. No, it doesn't want to go in. Axle is what causing the problem. I'm gonna drop this engine down. Right there. Okay, guys, I think I have it. I got it, guys. I got it. Let me bring you guys into there and maybe show you what I'm talking about, guys. Right inside here, guys. Right in here, where my hand is at. Right in here. That's where the transaxles, the transmission shaft that goes into the torque converter here, guys. See that? That's the torque converter here, and down into that little groove where I'm pointing my finger, right here. It's kind of dark down there, you can't see much, but that's where your shaft, your transmission shaft, goes into your torque converter. And if it's not going in, because it can manipulate you. It can manipulate you because you can push this thing in, push your transmission in, and you can screw it up and you think all is well, and the shaft is actually touching, but then when you get down to tighten it up, you're going to find out that none of the screws are going to be tightened because the shaft is long, and the hole in the transmission is the exact length of the shaft, and if it goes on the outside of the torque converter, it's gonna jam, and it's gonna tell you something is not right. And then you have to take out all those screws and do it. So always pay attention to the inside and make sure your shaft is inside your torque converter before you attempt to do anything else, because like I said, guys, it's very manipulating. It's a very manipulating thing, because the torque converter hole is like this big, and the shaft goes right in. The shaft goes right into that hole and goes up and lock, and that's how when you start your engine, and the torque converter is what spin your transmission shaft and take it back to your transaxle and spin your CV axles and all of that stuff. So if it's not in the groove, guys, what's gonna happen is that it's gonna spin. The torque converter is gonna spin, and it's gonna ruin that shaft, because now the shaft is touching on the outside of the torque converter, so it's gonna ruin it and probably blow up the transmission or blow up the engine, you know. So always pay attention, guys. Always pay attention to those little things, you know. Like I said, if you're doing it yourself, take a week if you have to, because like I said, man, I'll be here almost a whole month, 3 months actually, waiting for my engine. And if I can wait 3 months for my engine to arrive, why can't I, you know, take a week and do it right? Because like I said, I don't have any help right now. My boy Richie is not here. My other friend from Kenya, he went back to Kenya because of some things that happened to him in one of them African countries and stuff like that. He's still recuperating. His parents are telling him to take a break, you know, stay home. You know, he's the only son of 4 siblings. He got they got 3 sisters, and he's the only boy, so there are 4 of them. So you know how African parents and sisters are with their only brother. They're very protective. So you know, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. You know, sometimes I wish I was the only boy for my parents, but you know, and I probably would have get some of those sisterly love or, you know, motherly love or stuff like that. But you know, it is what it is. So, you know, guys, I'm moving on. You know, I'm moving on. I'm just taking you guys along the journey with me. You know, to show you how I rebuild this engine and I put this engine back together, and you know, hopefully when you and I turn that key and start that car, it will start up, and you know, we can say, yeah, put our thumbs up and say, yeah, we did a good job. Because you know, you're learning things from me, and I'm learning things as I go along, you know, and you know, things that I'm doing is things that I know out of the back of my head, and things that I'm learning is things that I'm doing at going. Because you know, I mean, I could take out 10 engine out of the same car and I can do it 10 different ways, you know, because as you go along you find different ways of doing things, easier way, harder way, or the harder way but the more secure way, or the easy way, and you break things and stuff like that. Because that's how I end up buying a brand new power steering pump, and I'm just hoping that nothing else breaks. And here, guys, away from my power steering pump, you know, and I'm not even taking it off right now. I'm leaving it on it right now. I'm just leaving it on it right now. And you know, my pulleys and all of that, I should have took off all my pulleys, because this little spot right here, guys, this little spot right here, this is what got my power steering pump, because the car wasn't lift up high enough. And I knew that. I just it was I think it was a hot day and it was raining, and I just wanted to get the engine out, and I was so happy, and I was like, you know what, you know, whatever breaks, because the engine is no good anyway. But you know, with that said, regardless if your engine goes out and you know, engine is bad, there's a whole bunch of parts on your engine that is still good and accessible and usable. So you know, you still want to take it out with the best of care. Because if I had done that, you know, I took it out recklessly, and it cost me $110 in a new power steering pump. And thankfully my pulleys, you know, I got pulleys, you know, that if I put one of these pulley brakes, I could always take off one of these pulley and put one on, which I don't want any, because they're plastic, guys. They're not metal, they're plastic, they're hard plastic. So you know, if they squeeze too hard, they will get in damage. And this this is also plastic, guys. This is I'm not sure, this sounds the harmonic balancer sounds like iron to me, but this is definitely plastic. All these are plastic, guys. All these are plastic. So just, you know, be careful and be mindful. All right.